What is up, everybody? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another edition of the live Q&A. Thank you for coming in. If you guys are here, hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Hope you guys are going to enjoy your Monday. Hope you guys have a wonderful week ahead of you. I have a week of excitement ahead of me. I pretty much have a week of just waiting until my vacation starts. If you guys have not known already, I'm going to Nashville, Tennessee. More than just going to SummerSlam. It's just more to hang out with a buddy, but also SummerSlam is kind of in the equation. And I've always wanted to visit Nashville. You know, I've pretty much heard nothing but positive things about Nashville. It's just always been like, oh yeah, go to Nashville. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to Nashville. Like I've worked so hard my whole life. You know, like I've always been someone working 2-3 jobs just to be able to go to college. And I got my master's last year. And it was so refreshing. It was so relieving. And pretty much once vacation time became a thing at my work, I said, I'm going to take some vacations, man. Like I've been working so hard. I've been doing this whole thing where, you know, just whole working experience, just working as a human being. I've been doing that my whole life. Now it's time for me to, you know, just enjoy life a little bit. So I'm going to go to Nashville once my vacation. I worked a year, vacation time came, and I put in that request faster than anything, man. Put in that request faster than anything. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about going there. Let me go share the stream real quick. Don't forget to drop your questions. By the way, if I don't answer any questions about WWE going TV 14, just know I do have a family member that works at NBC, so I can't talk too much about it. That's just it. So don't take it personal if I say I can't answer. Just can't. Sorry. I know some people will be like, "Well, come you don't answer that question?" It's like I can't. I made a promise. So when you make a promise to a family member, you can't break it, at least in my mind. Besides, there's a bunch of other people who've been giving their opinion, giving their opinions. So don't worry. Hand-me-downs isn't my most hated fighter. Let's stop. I just don't think he deserves all the hype he gets. He ain't my most hated fighter, but he's definitely someone that I think that should not be given a title shot just like that. Ronan Ghost asks, do you think Drew McIntyre is dethroning Roman Reigns in WWE Clash of the Castle now that Roman Reigns isn't advertised for the Extreme Rules 2022 poster? Does Roman need to be Extreme Rules? That's a question you got to ask yourself, because I don't think he needs to be there. I don't think Roman Reigns needs to be at the thing. But no, I don't think so. I don't think it spoils or gives anything away. Do I think Drew should be a guy to dethrone Roman? Sure, absolutely. But do I feel like it gives away because Roman's not on the poster? No, not at all. Hey, Chase, had a slow week at work, but all the days we had the biggest lunch rush I've ever seen. Oh, man, that's the worst. I hate working when I was in the restaurant business, and those lunch rushes would come in. Ugh, just brutal, man. And you're understaffed, and the other server's not there. It's one of those things that's just brutal. I think Drew might win one of the belts. I think that would be best if they separate the belts, you know, keep Roman as Universal Champ, Drew as WWE Champ. But then afterwards, it's like, I don't think Roman would ever go straight to Raw. But then Drew's on SmackDown, then SmackDown has both belts. Unless Drew decides to do both shows, I don't know. If WCW versus WWE Invasion angle from WWE 12, Jacob Cass Road to WrestleMania better than half the WWF versus WCW Invasion angle. I don't know. WWE versus WWF versus Alliance was disappointing, but that Jacob Cass angle was also disappointing. I mean, we didn't get all the big stars. Rey Mysterio turned heel. Like, what was that all about? Rey Mysterio turned heel again. That's the only time Rey Mysterio turns heel is in these WWE games. If you think about it, he turns heel in SmackDown versus Raw 6. You play as him. He turns heel in his own road to WrestleMania. He turns heel into the road to WrestleMania in WWE 12. So that's when he turns heel. So if you think about it. Oh, man. I've been finally playing Universe Mode in WWE 22 because they're finally adding all those people, man. And man, Universe Mode is such a broken mode. They need to fix that. Big time. Yeah, I know he's been part of WCW. I've said Rey Mysterio just randomly turns heel. Never mind. How would Chase Oliver book Tyson Fury returning to WWE since he is in talks with them at that Newcastle pay-per-view? Why would I book him? I wouldn't even book him in the first place. Tyson Fury was a utter disappointment. utter disappointment when he came to the WWE. Guy can't work. I don't want a guy that can't work on my show. Are you kidding me? So yeah. Yeah, that's why I like universe mode, man. Like when people were always complaining about universe mode, WWE 11, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, WWE 12, and WWE 13 to some degree, they had good universe modes. They had really good universe mode. WWE 12's universe mode, like the whole year was like a fun story mode, and it allowed wrestlers to come back. I remember if you play like a certain point, Stone Cold returns, and they make a big deal that Stone Cold is back, and then he starts being in your universe. It's actually really good. I just been creating custom wrestlers in 2K22. Man, dude, I don't know what it is. I have my stuff plugged in with the Ethernet and everything, Venom. It don't download. It really don't download. It takes forever just to download, and it takes forever for everything just to load. That's what I was doing. So I was just like building my universe and having a good time, and just doing my storylines. It's fun. I like doing that every so often when universe mode comes out. That's like my favorite thing when all the DLCs come out. I'll do the universe mode. Thoughts on WWE 2K22 whole damn pack entrances? I tweeted you. I mean, they're here's the thing, man. I don't watch the entrances when I play the video games. They're entrances. We've seen these entrances in real life. You get what I'm saying? It's just like we see these scenes already. Just because they're in the video game, look, the Xia Li one is awesome, but all the other ones is kind of like, okay, cool. Their music's playing, they're coming out. I particularly am not watching those all the time. Did you see the advertisements for this week's Dynamite with Eddie Kingston and Chris Jericho wrestling an all barbed wire everywhere match? Yeah. It looks interesting with the shark cage on top of the thing, going in with Shark Week. So yeah, I like it. Yagon King asks, I did a universe mode with Brock and Sasha, and they most OP people since they win and even beat Roman and Charlotte multiple times in 2K22. Yeah, some wrestlers are just really, really good when it comes to like the simulation. Like they're just unstoppable. There's nothing you can do and everything like that, man. Honest thoughts on Ed and Eddie. Dude, that was a one show my grandma made sure I could never watch as a kid. I had to like secretly watch that show growing up, but I liked Ed and Eddie. God dang it, dude. My fucking mic all over the place. There we go. I think I fixed it. But yeah, I loved Ed and Eddie. That was one of my favorite shows as a kid. There's some episodes that are just interesting. I haven't gone back and watched it. I don't know. I don't feel like it would entertain me as an adult. But as a kid, I was on Ed and Eddie. What's up, my friend Amir? Yes, it has been a while. Once I get things settled, Amir, maybe you'll come back on for the show in the future for sure. But right now, I've just been busy working out, cleaning and painting, waking up early, having a good life. I'm excited to go to Nashville and just enjoy the atmosphere, man. Ed and Eddie's your favorite cartoon next to Avatar. Cartoons as a kid were so weird for us, man. Like they had so much range. Like you got to show like Ed and Eddie, but then you got to show like Avatar. It's like such a it's just such a weird range that these shows have, man. All right, let's go here. Man, dude, I saw a picture of Gunther just now. That pool got ripped. This reminds me of the vintage Chase Oliver camera. Aussie peasy. You know how it is. Right now I'm on the laptop, so it's something. I don't know what's up with my Mac. I literally had one of my friends who's like a Mac expert come to my house, and she couldn't even figure it out. Ed and Eddie Big Picture Show was a perfect ending for the show since the Eds got accepted by the cul-de-sac kids. I hated the cul-de-sac kids. They hated him for no reason. Does John Jones fighting excite you at this point? Oh yeah, I still get excited. John Jones is one of the best fighters. What's it called? One of the best fighters on planet Earth. He interests me because I don't know how he's gonna fuck it up. Is he gonna show up? Is he not? Is he gonna get busted? I mean, John Jones is an exciting guy. So yeah, I get excited. SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron, Ed and Eddie, Teen Titans, and Avatar is my childhood Mount Rushmore. Man, dude. And look at the range of those shows of how different they are, man. A lot of people are complaining about Rob Van Dam's entrance. What is your critique on it? It's very stiff. It doesn't feel like Rob Van Dam. It doesn't feel like Mr. One of a Kind is coming out to wrestle. That's the way I would see it. I mean, he don't really do too much of Raw Van Dam things. It just feels like they grabbed some random mocap guy and said, okay, just pretend you're RVD, and he didn't do a good job. Did you enjoy the Ed and Eddie Big Picture show? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. I was excited for it as a kid when it came out on Cartoon Network. That's what they don't do nowadays anymore. They don't build up like their TV shows on Cartoon Network or on like the actual networks. They're like, John Jones will never lose, man. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. Do you think McGregor will fight in the New York card since UFC booked the November slot for MSG? I don't know, Benham Hernandez. He hasn't done a USADA test yet. He gotta start pissing in the cup if he wants to fight in New York. Is it me or SpongeBob way funnier as an adult? No, Big Mirror. It ain't just you. SpongeBob is way funnier now that you're an adult. As a kid, I didn't get it. I liked some episodes, like I wumble, you wumble, he, she / they wumble, we all wumble, SpongeBob. I love that episode. But as an adult, I just laughed, dude. Like the one episode that used to annoy me as a kid was when SpongeBob and Patrick were trying to like hang out with Sandy when Sandy was hibernating, and Sandy was that big angry monster, and I never understood it as a kid. But as an adult, I'm like, yep, I get that. I freaking hated like SpongeBob and Patrick. Now I know why these people were just annoyed with these fools. I'm glad you guys like my Patrick impression. I'm glad you guys like the Patrick impression, man. That's one of my better impressions and stuff. Hey, SpongeBob. How many more sleepers can Izzy put on till his stock takes a hit? He's already there, man. I mean, they're forcing Alex Pereira. Dana White guaranteed us last night at the press conference, he won't be in a bad fight again. He won't. So there you go. Did you finish watching regular show plus the movie? I don't even, what the hell is a regular show? SpongeBob jokes, especially for the hidden adult jokes, I understand. Yeah, man. If John Jones doesn't have all the gaps in his career, what do you think his record looks like now? Oh, Jesus. Fuck, what's his record now? God, that's a great question. Because when John Jones was fighting, that dude was fighting. He had like 3 title defenses in 1 year, which is crazy to think about nowadays. Most champions don't even fight that much anymore. Let's see, mixed martial arts record. I got to go on Wikipedia for this because I don't even know what his record is. His record's 26-1. Jesus, only 26-1? Yeah, because like look at this. In 2011, John Jones fought 1, 2, 3, 4 times. In 2012, he fought 2 times. In 2013, he fought 2 times. 2014 once, 2015 once, 2016 once, 2017 once, 2018 once, twice in 2019, once in 2020 before the pandemic actually happened and it kicked off. Man, I think John Jones, if there was no gaps, no suspensions or anything, he'd be like 36-1 for sure. Arnold, yes, and Randy Orton is really injured. I don't know what the full details on his injury, but it's a back injury, but I don't know the full details on it. With the weird vignette at WWE Money in the Bank 2022, do you suspect the mystery superstar to be Edge? Yeah, all the references, pretty much go to Edge. Favorite Drake and Josh episode? I always like the episode where they went to court in class because of the car that was in class. I don't know why. That's the one episode that, like, if you ask me about Drake and Josh, that's the first episode that pops in my head. The next episode is where Josh was a pool hustler. Oh, yeah, I was about to ask you, did you see Dana White almost got pissed at the presser yesterday? Dude, he was mad, dude. They kept asking him Jake Paul and Nate Diaz questions. Oh, man, what a week. First, you had the Jake Paul, fiasco with the whole replacing the fighter, and the replacement fighter might pull out the fight because he's not getting paid enough type of BS. Then Nate Diaz does an Ariel Helwani interview, and it was vintage Nate Diaz. Just him saying a bunch of stuff that makes no sense, and you need a translator for, but hey, it's still Nate Diaz, so we love him for it. And then Dana White's just sitting there, just annoyed out of his mind as people are asking him, what do you think about Jake Paul? Like, I mean, he just had a fantastic Long Island card. We're not asking about Waterson Gomez and where's she going to go forward in her career. We're not asking about, what's it called? About the Schnell versus Saro Minori, that amazing fight. We're asking about Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. I could understand why Dana would get annoyed with that, man. TV14 WWE was ass in 03 and 06. TV14 won't improve. Once again, I'm going to repeat this again for y'all. I can't talk about TV14. I can't. I have a family member who requested me, please do not talk about TV14. So sorry. Not trying to be mean to you, Yagon King. I'm just trying to let people know. You ask me TV14 questions, I can't talk about it. I have a family member that works for NBC. I don't want them to lose their job. That's why. And yes, you don't know who's watching, but some of those people do watch. You never watch regular shows starring... No, I've never seen Rigby Raku or Blue Jay. You're speaking a foreign language to me there. Do you give Leon any chance against Usman? Leon has the weakest chin I've ever seen from a top fighter. I give Leon somewhat of a chance. I think his boxing's a little bit better than Usman's. I think he's improved his grappling, but I think Usman's still going to beat him. Best babyface in Death Note? The best babyface in Death Note is L. How can it not be? Leon got rocked by a 155er. Yep. Why is Nate Diaz not fighting? I'm not getting it. So the thing is, Amir, is this. Nate Diaz is going to become a free agent after this contract. The UFC wants to sit down and negotiate a new deal with Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz does not want to sit down and do the negotiations with the UFC. The UFC just wants to negotiate a new deal with him. Nate Diaz wants out of his deal, go out, box Jake Paul, do whatever stupid stuff he wants to do, and become and make more money. UFC is giving him money. They're offering him money, but the thing is, he doesn't want to fight for the UFC anymore. He's turning down fights. He's also accepted fights, but then turned down. So, yeah. Do you think your role model of 4 Horsewomen Bayley is returning to SummerSlam? Maybe after SummerSlam. I don't think at SummerSlam. It'd be cool if she did return. But I think somewhere after SummerSlam. She'd be the perfect person for Liv Morgan to wrestle again. Well respected. Yeah, no, I'm just letting you all know. There's certain topics I can't always talk about on the show. I do apologize. It's just, hey, there's, if a family member asks me for something, I'm not gonna fuck them over a fucking YouTube show. No. This is Dana's worst year. Got exposed for the shit fight pay. Conor ain't fighting, so he ain't getting the 1 million pay-per-view buy, and his biggest star ain't fighting each other. Yep, pretty much it. Do you think everyone is tired of John Cena already? He's not even on TV and people are complaining about him. Wow, that's a record for Mr. John Cena. I've turned on Cena. I liked Cena when I was a kid. I got annoyed with him, but then I realized how much I miss his star power and his presence, for me at least. I know some people don't like him, but I like him now. And I think he's one of the greats, to be honest. You already asked this question, Ronan Ghost. What's up, Jinzo Jector? How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I saw the teaser image for the Yu Yu Hakusho series. I'm fine with the live action. I wish the show would just get better animation, but I totally understand. Hey, let's take advantage of this live action craze. The live action is going to get more money. That means we're going to get more options to show the property. I think this is going to be good for the Yu Yu Hakusho. I think they're going to get us increased in fans checking out that original show, in my personal opinion. Thoughts on Cora Jade's heel turn? Just so rushed. They rushed that heel turn. Cora Jade, the thing with Cora Jade is this. I don't understand the whole push of Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez becoming tag team champions, and then you just turned them on one another. What's the point? What's the point of that? Why even make them tag team champions? Why was she so jealous of? Like, there was no build-up to it. If there was a build-up, I would get it. I would get it if there was a build-up. There was no build-up. No build-up. Is Roman Reigns' heel run a top 10 heel run of all time? Yeah, it has to be, right, by default. I can't think of a time WWE has had a heel champion with a long title reign like this. Like keep in mind, WWE Normally, they like their baby faces to have these 1+ year long title reigns. CM Punk is the only heel that I can think of. But then again, Punk was a face at first and then transitioned to a heel. So really, Punk was only really a heel for like 6 months of his year long title reign. Like when it comes down to it, Roman Reigns was a heel from the jump when he became champion. So yeah, I think this is a top 10 heel run. Yeah, when you think about it more. I thought the Cora Jade heel turn was rushed and so fast. Yep. I'm open to the idea. Just hope they don't drop the ball. Yeah, they might drop the ball. If you're a wrestler, who would you have as your mentor? Cornette. Oh, Heyman. Russo. Ooh. Bischoff or Shane McMahon. That's a great. These are more questions I want on here. Ask me these crazy off the wall questions. Come on, guys. I know you have it in you. Oh man, this is hard. You know what, man? Give me Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman can put okay. Cornette has his downsides, man. What's Cornette doing? He just has his podcast. His podcast is pretty much just saying, like, don't get me wrong. I love when Corny goes on a rant. I'll listen to a Cornette rant just because I think some of the stuff he says is so absurd. But really, to be honest, Jim Cornette is like, here's the thing. Kenny Olivier ain't really doing anything with his twinkle toes. Like, he's just all over the place. Russo, I don't even know where Russo's at anymore. Like, he has great ideas, but what's he going to mention me? What is he going to tell me differently to do? Bro, I'm telling you, bro. You just got to have the character inside of you, bro. What's he going to tell me? Bischoff? Look, I'm not trying to lose money, so I'm not going to choose Bischoff as my mentor. And then Shane McMahon, Shane's not a good mentor. No. Good manager, but not a mentor. Paul Heyman will teach me at least how to bullshit people. Because, dude, out of all the things, Paul Heyman people still believe after watching the booking of SmackDown or whatever, Raw, whatever show they were watching, that Raw when Paul Heyman was in charge, people still believe this guy could book. They still can believe, like, oh, we got to get Paul Heyman booking powers. They still believe in this guy. Paul Heyman has bullshitted and put some veil over wrestling fans of making him the greatest of all time. So give me Paul Heyman. Give me the ways of Paul. I can imagine Paul Heyman. Now you see, Chase, what you need to do here is you gotta go right there. And then once you get them, he will tell me the whole thing. Paul Heyman, 100%. 100% Paul Heyman. Do you agree with Jim Cornette on why AEW need to capitalize on the MJF situation as of now? Well, yeah, they honestly, like, they got to. They can't just wait. I agree with him on that. I saw a clip of Jeff Jarrett on SmackDown. I immediately thought of the Schleg Daddy. You know, maybe that's why I ain't doing videos anymore. Woo! What's up, Young Bucks? Arnold asks, do you think Jim Cornette likes to eat corn nuts? Oh, I don't know where I got cock nuts out of. Corn nuts, yeah, probably. What was your reaction to Cody Rhodes taking off his robe and seeing his torn pectoral muscle at Hell in a Cell 2022? I loved it. It was one of my favorite moments. Did you hear about Triple H getting into a fight with Ryback? No. What's this story? How did this start? Triple H's like, Ryback, you ain't the guy, but you will be the guy one day. You just got to get to that level. Cornette, Russo, Heyman, and Bischoff are out of touch now. Yeah, exactly. But Heyman knows how to bullshit. So at least then Heyman can at least help me bullshit. What is the best WWE moment? Stone Cold stuns Vince McMahon, Austin Theory and Pat McAfee at WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes returns at WWE WrestleMania, or Undertaker inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Out of all those, what Stone Cold stunning Vince McMahon are we talking about? If we're talking about the WrestleMania one, oh no. Cody Rhodes from this year returning to WWE would probably be the best one out of those. What Naruto character did you relate to the most? Oh, man, dude. Dude, as a kid, I don't know why, I just related to a Shikamaru. I ain't even as smart, as Shikamaru like that. I just, like, this guy, I just knew he was like, man, I'm tired of this BS. I just related with him in that sense, where it just looked like he was done with everything. So yeah, man, I would say Shikamaru was the character I related to the most, like in terms of like strategy and just getting the job done. Schleg Daddy is done with wrestling. Man, he hasn't uploaded or even talked about wrestling in a minute. Who do you think Rick Burr's last opponent will be? Well, TM Koopner, I don't know, man. That's hard. I think it might be Hogan. I'm telling you, it might be Hogan. That crazy old kook. Who you got? It's hand-me-downs or Oliveira? Oliveira. I think Oliveira beats him. What was the worst Stone Cold Stunner ever? Man, dude, Vince never took a good stunner, Arnold. He never took a good stunner. He always was like freaking straight up in the air. Looked like he was going to get a Charlie horse or a stinger, break his neck, something. So probably Vince, man. What's up, Jackhammer City? How you doing, man? Did you hear about Michael Elgin getting arrested in Japan for stealing protein powder? Out of all the things, man. Yeah, man, he must needed his protein, man. He must have needed that extra juice for his guns. Big Mike. Oh, man, dude. Only in pro wrestling can one of their athletes get arrested in a foreign country for stealing something as small as protein powder. Like we over here talk about protein powder. Really? He stole protein powder? That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's see here. Did you hear about Mike? Oh, yeah, I read that one. Alyssa says, if Cody Rhodes comes back, biggest babyface ever. Oh, he already is. Better show SummerSlam 02 or WrestleMania 17. For me, SummerSlam 02. That show I can easily go back and watch. WrestleMania 17 has some fun stuff, but yeah, it ain't SummerSlam 02. Nah, so Ronan goes, when it comes to the G1 climax, I kind of wait and then I watch it. Like I don't care if you guys tell me whether the points or anything like that. I just don't have time to watch all that wrestling, man. He stinks. Would a prime Hogan put over Stone Cold if he had to face Austin at WrestleMania 14? Oh, hell no. What you talking about, brother? You want me to put over this guy, Steve Stone Cold? I'm just gonna tell you, dude. Vince, he ain't gonna make you as much money as the Hulkster, brother. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers. You're just pretty much gonna be saying your prayers at that point, dude. Hell no. Hulk Hogan would bury the fuck out of Steve Austin. And it would be him and Mike Tyson. Ain't no way. What TV show do you miss the most? Oh, man, dude. Game of Thrones, to be honest. I miss Game of Thrones when it was at its peak, bro. That was so much fun. That was an easy show to talk about. Like, the thing with Game of Thrones was this. I've never seen a show where it's like, I could ask people when Breaking Bad was at its peak. Yo, you see Breaking Bad? Nothing. Game of Thrones and Lost are the only two TV shows I could at least find a good amount of the people in, like, the classroom or my office know what the hell I'm talking about. Or at my job, I could be like, oh, y'all see the newest Game of Thrones? Dude. And then we'll be able to sit there and talk about it. So, yeah, I would say Game of Thrones the most. Like, I miss GOT Sundays, man. I miss when my Sundays, I would just be all like I would get excited for episodes. Episodes were like movies for me. I was like, all right, time for some Game of Thrones, man. The theme song, like, the music, everything, man. I miss that. Man. That's the TV show I miss the most, Tim Koopner. Can WWE or AEW have a great and complete show like SummerSlam 02? Yeah, it's possible. It's just the bookers got to both do their jobs. Good for Dwayne. Important reminder, Seth Rollins is better than Will Ospreay. Hogan would get his ass beat by Taker if he didn't do the job. I mean, Mark, why would you beat me ass, dude? If you think about it, brother, you and I, next year, WrestleMania 15, brother. No. Hulk Hogan's the ultimate politician for a reason. Dragon Ball Breaker should have just really been a few update mode for Xenoverse 2, similar to Hero Coliseum. It reuses all of Xenoverse assets and could easily function with Xenoverse 2. I don't even know what Dragon Ball Breakers is. Do you watch Stranger Things from Netflix? Yeah, I watch Stranger Things. It's not like here's the thing. I'm not one of the big time Stranger Things fans like everyone else. Like there's a lot of people who live or die that's the greatest show ever. Like, oh, Stranger Things, greatest show ever, da 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 da, type of thing. Uh, but for me, I do like the show. I think it's a really good show. Interested in what's going to happen for Stranger Things season 5. Please stop making your episodes like they're movies, though. They're not movies; they're episodes. Hogan, the only man to get Triple H and HBK to job out, legend in the business. Exactly. How y'all gonna think that Undertaker gonna beat his ass up? No, he's gonna do the job. Game of Thrones was talked about by a lot in my final semester in college a few years ago. Yeah, that show literally, it's like crazy. Like, and you would be surprised how many walks of life would actually watch that show. Can't stand Seth Rollins' character. Can't stand him. Stupid laugh. Deal with it, Alyssa. Enough with your hatred of Seth Rollins. Skate 4 is officially called Skate. Oh, they're just redoing the skate name again. Good. How would John Jones perform in Pride? Oh, be undefeated, undisputed. Fedor would be ducking him. Are you getting annoyed that WWE is making the Miz TV shirt gimmick about his balls? I mean, it's funny, but it's just like, hey, why would I buy it? Like, who's going to buy this shirt? Like it's such a Miz idea. What's a series or movie that gets a lot of love but you hate? Oh man, it's so weird. I'm not that type of guy. Like, if I really like something, I like it. I mess with it. Like, I'll like it. Like, if I love something, you'll know I love something. But what's a show / series gets a lot of love, but I hate? That's a great question. I gotta really deep down and think about this. Is there a show that I just hate where I'm like, oh, I don't understand it like that? That hard. Huh. Yeah, I'm not much of a guy that like hates too much of TV shows and stuff. Series or movie. I'm trying to think. A lot of times those Oscar movies I don't like. I really got to think about that, Amir. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I really got to think about that one because like I can't think of a show or series that I hate like that where I'm just like, oh, that's terrible. Oh man, that's interesting. Where's Kenny Omega been at? Almost feels like a year he hasn't been on AEW programming. He's resting up, man. He's resting up. He was badly injured. He had all these injuries. He finally banked up enough money, and he finally has time to just take a break. He's working on the AEW video game. So yeah, copy that link and paste. What link are you talking about? I ain't copying no dang link. Which current UFC fighters would have fried and pied back in the day? Current UFC fighters? Jesus Christ, man. That's a big ass roster. Fuck. There's like a lot, actually. Like a lot. Leon Edwards would have killed it in Pride. I could just see him being able to use his length and stuff. Damn, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. I can't really name it all. Just though it's a lot. Like, there's a lot. Give me some names and I'll tell you. Because I can't really think because I gotta break it down. Because a lot of people don't understand Pride was a different animal. I can't just say, oh, this man, because you gotta break it down for some of these idiots. 9 years since Sharp Player made her in-ring debut. What happened to your wrestling career, bro? I'm training for it. Working out hard. Still doing it, man. Still grinding. Doing my thing. You guys will see soon. That's why you gotta stay subscribed. You all might see a match. No, I'm just working on it right now. Doing the hard work, the hard time. You gotta pay the dues and training first and stuff. You gotta pay your dues and training first, and then you can start doing your thing and whatnot. I'm trying to get some people, also involved in that as well. Would love to be a tag team wrestler. That'd be nice. I realize my cardio ain't what it used to be and stuff. But yeah, no, it's fun. It's still fun, man. It takes a while. It's a process. And just know I'm taking this process as seriously as possible. Like, I'm making sure that like I'm going to be good from step A to step B. And then also, I'm working a lot, man. When it comes to work, I gotta make money somehow, bro. That's pretty much it. Wrestling ain't gonna pay the bills right away. So I'm also working and stuff. But thankfully, California independents, West Coast independents have just been thriving. So there's a lot of opportunities out there. So it's like mostly like right now. But don't worry, I'll keep you all updated. Like right now, man, I'm in the process. It's a process. Right now I'm in my cocoon. When y'all ready for the full maturation, I'll show it to y'all. Y'all will see. Trust. It's the process. Trust the process. AJ Styles is the one to insult the Miz about it. Why are we talking about Miz's balls? Enough. No more Miz ball stuff. What does WWE do with Seth Rollins and Lou? No more Seth Rollins slander too. I'm tired of it. What do you think who would win in a fight? Prime John Jones or Prime Fedor? Oh, Prime John Jones. Prime Fedor was a walking zombie, but Prime John Jones was a walking machete. That guy had elbows that were like helicopters. Mandy Rose's NXT title reign is officially longer than any of the 4 horsewomen. Yeah, you told me that. Ronan goes, so here's the thing. If you DM me something on Twitter, you don't have to tell me this on the stream because we're already talking. Like, here's the thing, guys. My DMs are open on Twitter. Y'all can always reach out to me if you guys have any questions or anything. I do respond most of the time. But the thing is, if you tell me something on Twitter, you don't have to tell it to me on the stream because you and I, mano y mano, we already talked about it. This is something you already told me. Best current babyface in the UFC. The best babyface in the UFC. That's hard, man. Probably Brandon Moreno. He just sits there, collects Legos and everything like that. Honest thoughts on Ortega's shoulder injury. He heard it. What honest thoughts do you want me to say? Oh, man, he faked it? No. Dude got injured. It looked bad, too. It was like, it popped up. Just doing that motion made me freaking almost pop my shoulder, man. Did you see the footage of Ava Rain's debut promo at WWE NXT Live event? Finally made its way online. She found it great, very competent. The full show on the 718 Kip Killa YouTube page. Yeah, if you guys don't know, The Rock's kid is now doing wrestling. So if you guys want to see The Rock's kid cut a promo, there you go. I truly think nothing will change in WWE if they go TV, blah, and most wrestlers will just swear more. Jackhammer City, once again, I can't comment on that. I'm sorry. Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns feels bigger star than Seth. No, Seth Rollins. Slander. Triple Tails was a cheat code faction. Conor, Io Shirai, Mio Shirai, greatest Stardom women's wrestling tag team. Who is Conor's next opponent, or is he done? If Hand-Me-Downs wins, you got a reason to have Conor fight Hand-Me-Downs. Charles Oliveira wouldn't be a bad one if you want. I say his next opponent should be Rafael Fiziev. You got a guy that's rising up in the lightweight division. Him and Conor had a little beef on Twitter. You benefit one thing. One, Rafael Fiziev is an exciting young striker, so you get, a young prospect to rub. And then two, you give Conor McGregor a fight that fans won't complain about. They'll say, hey, he's at least on this guy's level. Conor's ranked number 13, number 12. Fiziev should be 9 or 8. 11 years since CM Punk won the WWE title at the Money in the Bank. Yep, crazy. Jim Cornette firing at Kenny Omega, saying that he made wrestling jokes. The same guy. For the record, his peak was at the time where they had a wrestling clown. Chase Oliver versus the Lexman wrestling match. Oh God. Maybe. Would you rather main event WrestleMania but the rest of your career do nothing, or never main event WrestleMania but feature consistently on all the shows? Main event WrestleMania. I do not care. You tell me I main event WrestleMania. You sit here and tell me I main event WrestleMania. Easy. Who cares what else I do the rest of my career? I could say I main event at WrestleMania. I don't care. Oh, I don't care if I'm chasing for the 24/7 title. I main event in Mania. I won't be bitter. I won't be sitting there being like, how come I can't main event WrestleMania? Become like Punk. I get to have that. I'm a featured guy. Are you kidding me? I'll take one WrestleMania main event 100%. I can show that shit to my grandkids and be like, there's grandpa right there wrestling Gable Steveson. Worst MCU movie? That's not even a question. You just want me to say Eternals. Just say, why is Eternals the worst MCU movie, Chase? Thoughts on Max Do, please? Maximum male model application would you apply? And I've seen Max apply to the applications. You see the space? In the model space. Not yet. Best space for TV show so far? Man, that's a question. What you asked earlier about the worst MCU movie, that's not a question. We all know what the worst is. You just want me to say it. But the best one, it's hard. I think all the MCU Phase 4 TV shows have been pretty darn good, in my personal opinion. I personally like Moon Knight the best. I think Miss Marvel started off hot and then kind of tapered off and then was fine near the end. I felt WandaVision was very slow to start, but then got good. I felt Captain America, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, was kind of up and down. It was like a roller coaster. It was like, oh, wow, type of show. And I felt low-key, it's kind of like, it was all over the place, but it wasn't bad. Prime Jones or Silva in a fight? Oh, Prime Jones still. Anderson Silva has to stop that guy trying to take you down? Oh, hell no. I don't watch Impact Wrestling, so no. Better year, 2013 Raw or 2009 SmackDown? Man, 2013 Raw was consistent, but 2009 SmackDown wins that one. Rollins is great, Chase. Finally, Yagon Keen. Man, you have all these other takes that I disagree with sometimes, but finally a take we can agree on, that Seth Rollins is great. Thank you. You see Paul Heyman beautifully explaining why I think Chris Benoit discourse is. Yeah. No, I've seen that clip like before, before the whole Chris Benoit thing. I've seen that clip before. Conor either going to fight Tony or Chandler since they're winnable fights for him. That too, and Michael Chandler did a good job calling him out. So, yeah, I can see that. What was your reaction to seeing the NXT UK title being vacated off Ilia Dragunov? I don't think that was officially aired, but I think only like 12 people watch NXT UK. It was a sad moment. Guy worked hard for it. Damn, it's been 11 years since the Summer of Punk. Yep. What is one of the most hilarious TV transitions for you when watching All Elite Wrestling Dynamite? Huh? What do you mean transit? Like, what do you mean? How would you have social media change? How would have social media changed the Russo's aggression there? Oh, Cena would have been pushed quicker. Oh my God, Cena's so good. Cena's so good. They would love his raps, bro. They would say he's a savage. Dude, people love the acclaimed raps. that should tell you, man. Sometimes these wrestling fans, I'm like, bro, like, what are y'all liking here? What gimmick could you see Vince Russo and Eric Bischoff giving Roman Reigns if he went to either WWF or WCW back in the day? Oh, Russo would have totally given Roman Reigns like a stupid ass gimmick, like he's an ex-convict. Like, oh, there's Joe Ananoli in an ex-convict and stuff, man. They would have made him an ex-convict in WCW. Comes out with like the orange jumpsuit and stuff, and like the tattoos, and they'll give stupid reasons why he has tattoos, like, and stuff. At the remake Def Jam, what rapper should be in it? Oh man, dude. What's Def Jam Records lineup right now? Kanye has to be in the game. He has to be like the ultimate boss. You gotta be like, oh shit, you gotta deal with Kanye's crazy ass for sure. What is your mood when FTR theme hits? It's a good theme. There's no mood. It's just a good theme. And your mood, what's the greatest WrestleMania stage? I'll go first. WrestleMania 33, 24. WandaVision, when it first started, gave me attitude era cliffhangers in terms of wanting to watch the next episode week after week. You're a reminder that Roman Reigns holds on to the Universal and WWE title. Oh, he got to face himself at SummerSlam? That's cool. Or Survivor Series? Honest thoughts on Billy and Mandy. I did not like that show. Billy and Mandy was the one Cartoon Network show I could not mess with. There was an episode, Mandy was like, I gotta stop drinking steak sauce out of the container. I was like, what's wrong with you? Could not watch that show. All right, what's the last question, man? Oh, okay, we almost done. Thank God. Because I gotta go work out. So that's why I'm like, thank God, I gotta go work out. Marks, WWE can't make new stars. WWE has Theory, Money in the Bank, really thin. I think Theory stinks. So yeah, that's just me. No, for real. Can't you imagine Roman Reigns being the ex-convict? They'll have like they'll be like you could see like the announcers being like, how come the rest have not like he'd be an ex-convict. He wear the orange jumpsuit. He wears a jumpsuit because it still reminds him of his time inside the cell. I can see Roman Reigns cutting these promos where he's like, behind those prison bars, I was not a man. I was a monster. And we cutting these stupid ass promos. What are your opinions the funniest moment in WWE history? Like intentionally or unintentionally? Because they have more unintentional funny moments than actual intentional funny moments. Little People's Court. I've been on record since I started this channel. I love Little People's Court. Shit's funny as hell to me. I just laugh at it every single time. Underneath the ring is a whole Little People's universe. They get taken to the judge seems a little bit short there, Sean. How would have peak Paul Heyman book Roman Reigns in ECW, and how would have Jim Cornette booked Roman in OVW? So Cornette's pretty easy. Cornette would have loved Roman Reigns, but given him a terrible gimmick. So think like Leviathan for Batista. That's it. Like Poseidon. Roman Reigns would be Poseidon. It'd be something so stupid. Or like a sea creature, the Kraken. Something stupid and stuff like that. And his finisher would be like a submission. It would be like a submission hold and stuff like that. Like it would be something stupid because like Jim Cornette would think, oh, he has to have a vicious name like the Kraken. So yeah. But Roman Reigns in ECW, he would have just been like Raven's like extra muscle to start. And then it's something that Raven has control over him. Why does Raven have control over him? And then it turns out Raven did something for him a long time ago, and that's why. And then he builds up Roman Reigns to betray Raven and become ECW champion. Nothing too goofy. There's no like him becoming the convict like in WCW. In WCW, he would be like ex-convict or something. John Cena, Parker Bedell, Thunder Rosa, Sergeant Slaughter, Charlie Haas, Taylor Hendricks follow me on Twitter. Which wrestlers follow you? Well, you're lucky. I don't have any of those people. I think Jesse Goddard's from OVW is the only one that follows me. What did you think of Vince versus God? 5-star match. I don't care what anyone says. Joey Ryan fired from Disneyland did not appear on his back. Man, wrestling Twitter is something else, man. They found this guy's job and got him fired. That's crazy. I know people don't like Joey Ryan like that, but that's crazy. You sell out a homie for and you get him fired? Damn, man. Imagine if someone looked up any wrestling fan's criminal record history and they took that to their job or something, Crazy. Look. Joey Ryan is not innocent. I'm not trying to say Joey Ryan is innocent or anything like that. But what I'm trying to say is this. The guy was trying to make a living. And out of habit, some fan took a picture on their phone, posted on the internet, shared it with a bunch of buddies, and they figured out it was Joey Ryan. Could you imagine if that was another fan? Oh, man. They bring back Nails to be Roman's lackey? Oh, dude, yeah, that would happen in Attitude Era for sure. And Yagon King will be the last question of the night, guys. Because I really need to go work out. The pre-workout is hidden. We need more segments on 4th of July when there are food fights. Yeah. I like those segments. Like, do segments before the show. Have these wrestlers actually act like human beings, not like pro wrestlers. And the final question of the night, I think Heyman would have booked Roman as the tribal chief in ECW. Only difference would have cursed more. Yeah. That for sure. Like I said, he'd be Raven's lackey. He'd be Raven's like people would be like, oh, why does Raven control this monster? And then it turns out Raven helped him in a dark time and stuff like that. So yeah, something like that. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for tuning in for another Q&A edition on the channel. Hope you guys enjoy your week. We'll do one more next Sunday, and then I'll figure out something else throughout the week or something. I'll figure something out. But yeah, one more next Sunday, and then we'll be good to go. And then I'm heading out to Nashville. Do not expect anything in Nashville. I'm just enjoying a vacation. Follow me on Twitter for all my Nashville updates. Have yourself a good rest of your day. Peace.